Welcome to the Daily Payoff. I'm Tom, and today we have just one topic, and as always, we'll be in and out of here in under 10 minutes. Today we're talking about CM Punk. And should he return to AEW? Should Tony Khan bring him back in? Is it a yes or no? What do we think? You know, CM Punk's an interesting figure because he's been on the national stage now for 15 years. And it's interesting because even though he went away for a number of years, he never really went away. He's always been considered one of the bigger stars in the business. He's been active on social media and seemingly in the conversation on the national stage for, again, 15 years now. So just a interesting, polarizing figure. And, you know, I'd say last 15 years since he's been around nationally on the WWE, AEW stage, I'd argue he's a top 10 star. He's a huge, huge star. So a polarizing figure that we're going to discuss. And really the question is, should CM Punk be allowed back? Right? That's really the key thing we're asking. Should he be allowed back? Should he be allowed in the locker room? Should he be allowed back? It sounds now like he's itching to get back. He wants to do it for the fans. He wants his ego filled. Who knows? But the point is, he absolutely wants to return from all indications and all reports. My short answer to this in terms of should he be allowed back is yes. Now, why wouldn't he be allowed back? Well, he's a disruption in the locker room. I'd argue that that locker room is already disrupted. The reality is that Tony Khan is not a powerful leader. He's probably not even a strong leader. Yes, Vince McMahon was an asshole, and he was a little intimidating and scary to the wrestlers. Well, if you're leading a group of 50 or 100 independent contractors at various ages, men and women, making way different amounts of money at way different stages of their careers, you kind of have to be a hard ass. And you've seen what happens when you try to give hugs to everyone, be everyone's friend. You end up with a chaotic locker room because there is no powerful leader in charge. So if your fear is CM Punk will disrupt the locker room, I'd argue it's already disrupted. And perhaps, Tony Khan, this is an opportunity for you to step up as a leader and put people in their place to show that you are in charge. Yes, we're bringing Punk back. This is what we're going to do differently. This is how we're going to handle it. So it's a tremendous opportunity for him to step up as a leader, but I don't know if he has it in his personality to do that, to play that Vince McMahon role. And if you don't like the Vince analogy, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, the list goes on and on. Strong organizations have strong leaders at top. I have not seen that from Tony Khan. That is what has caused so much of this. This is what got them into this situation in the first place. The other thing that would make me not want to bring CM Punk back is if we were just killing it from a business standpoint. We're filling every arena. TV ratings are going up. We're crushing it from a revenue standpoint. We're making a substantial profit. If that were the case, then I'd say, maybe Punk's not worth it. But we know that's not the case with AEW. I find it hard to believe that they're profitable. My guess is they're burning tens of millions of dollars a year. Now, that may change over time. That may change with a better TV deal. But as of now, I doubt they're making money. Okay? So, and we all know the public figures, the TV ratings, the attendance, they're flat. So, if your company is flat and you need to grow and you need to be in front of new eyeballs, then you have to take risks. So if I was the WWE, would I bring CM Punk in or back? Probably not worth it. Maybe eventually you put him in the Hall of Fame. But if you're Triple H, you're probably looking at it going, why do I need to do this? We're selling out. We are killing it on our TV deals, and we're about to get bigger ones. We just got acquired for $9 billion. Why would I deal with somebody this polarizing? I don't think Tony Khan has that luxury. I think AEW needs new eyeballs, and CM Punk will bring back the casual fan, the lapsed fan, the fan that checked out when CM Punk went bye-bye. I think AEW has to make this move. So I think a strong leader would get everyone in the room, the EVPs, the elite, CM Punk, and they say, look, we're going to do business. How do we do business together? What would you guys be excited to do from a creative standpoint? And oh, by the way, we're going to leave this room and one of two things are going to happen. Either we're going to put everything behind us and shake hands, or we're going to decide we're not doing business together. Either outcome's fine, but it's going to be one or the other. That's what a strong leader would do in that situation. Now, you may say, well, what about the morale of the locker room? See, when I hear morale from the wrestling journalists, what I think is you have the mid-carders and the lower-tier performers who squeal to the wrestling journalists. I think that's them talking. And frankly, who cares? They don't move the needle, and they're going to follow whatever the top of the card does. So if the elite says, hey, we're good working with Punk, we're welcoming back to the locker room, guess what? Morale will be fine. But I think that a strong leader needs to establish what we're going to do moving forward from a wrestling standpoint. What is the storyline here? What can and cannot be said? You know, it's funny. You make fun of WWE for tightly scripting their stuff. But when you let people go off the cuff, you create situations like this. So much of this CM Punk stuff was he didn't like what was being said about him. And the things being said about him were people going into business for themselves, grabbing a microphone. So again, no leadership, no control. That's what happened. Another thing I would probably do if I were bringing CM Punk in is I'd probably make his first appearance on TV the Wembley show. And I say that because if the CM Punk experiment round 2 is a disaster, at least you're getting a buy rate and some buzz out of it. What I would hate to see for Tony Khan and AEW standpoint is you bring in Punk soon and maybe you pop a TV rating or two and he's out before he ever wrestles again because you weren't a strong enough leader to actually line up what the program is and get everybody on the same page. So I might consider holding off until the Wembley show to get him back on TV, certainly back in the wrestling ring. So that's it. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm rolling the dice. I'm stepping up as an authority figure that's in charge. I'm making sure that the roles and responsibilities and creative is lined up. And you take a chance because you need new eyeballs on your product. You have to get new eyeballs on your product. Tony Khan is not spending money and putting in the amount of time he is so that they can do 800,000 viewers and 150,000 pay-per-view buys. That's not what he wants to build. That's not enough for the amount of money that was put into this venture. They have to do better. They have to grow more. They need more revenue. They need a better TV deal. They need stronger crowds. They need either higher buy rates and higher ratings or a great streaming deal. That's what they need. So they need more eyeballs to make that property attractive enough to get the revenue they need. And as we know, these companies, WWE, AEW, they're TV products. Yes, the attendance figures are great. Yes, it's great to sell merchandise, but you live and die by your TV deals. And we've seen wrestling companies that could have had a bright future struggle because of not getting those TV deals, like an Impact, like an ECW, or companies thrive like WWE where they can do no wrong because of their TV deal. So, those are my feelings on CM Punk. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.